Welcome to another chilling episode where we take you through the intricate and mysterious web behind real-life crimes. Today's story starts with an eerie, unassuming river and a small bundle discovered on its banks. What lay inside would bring shockwaves through the community and trigger a relentless search for truth and justice. Join us as we unravel the twisted story of the dismembered woman found by the river. It was a cool autumn morning, one that would otherwise be peaceful. The riverbank was a favorite spot for joggers and birdwatchers, but that day, two local hikers noticed something unusual half submerged in the water. At first glance, it seemed like debris or maybe discarded clothing, but as they edged closer, they discovered the fabric was tightly wrapped, unusually heavy, and when they opened it, they were confronted with a horrifying truth: a dismembered human body. The small town, known for its tight-knit community, was shattered. The woman's identity was unknown, and the gruesome nature of the scene sparked endless questions. Detectives arrived within minutes, securing the site and painstakingly collecting evidence. The remains were carefully transported for analysis, and detectives scoured the riverbank for clues. Every stone, every piece of disturbed soil was examined for evidence. This wasn't just a crime. It was a message, an act that felt deliberately staged to be discovered. But by whom and why? As forensic experts examined the remains, they found a nearly faded tattoo on the woman's wrist, a small yet distinct mark, a personal detail that could prove crucial. They sketched the tattoo, circulated in nearby communities, and eventually received a lead. A local tattoo artist recognized the mark. He had done the piece on a young woman who went by the name Emily. This was our first thread, a fragile yet significant one. Emily Patterson was a quiet woman, a recent college graduate, working 2 jobs to support herself. She didn't have close family nearby, only a few friends from work. When detectives questioned her coworkers, they spoke of her polite demeanor and strong work ethic. However, one friend revealed a darker side to her story. Emily had confided in her about a recent online relationship that had taken a strange and controlling turn. Detectives dove into Emily's digital life, retracing her last known contacts and conversations. Hidden within her phone records was a series of texts with a man named Mark, a name not known to any of her friends. As the investigation delved deeper, it became clear Mark wasn't just a fleeting acquaintance. This man, according to texts, had shown obsessive tendencies, tracking her every move. Friends recalled her mentioning feeling watched, and her journal described escalating feelings of fear. But why hadn't she reported it? Detectives obtained security footage from Emily's workplace and nearby streets, eventually identifying Mark. They followed his trail to an apartment across town. But this wasn't just any ordinary man. Mark had a prior record, a history of charges related to domestic violence and stalking. Yet, despite his record, there was no concrete evidence linking him to Emily's death. The breakthrough came when a local security camera, positioned near a bridge crossing the river, captured Mark with a large, suspiciously heavy duffel bag. He was seen arriving late at night, his movements cautious and concealed, eventually heading in the direction of the riverbank. This footage, while grainy, provided a chilling glimpse into Mark's potential involvement. Detectives obtained a search warrant and entered Mark's apartment. What they found was unsettling: a collection of Emily's personal items, her bracelet, a small photo she kept on her bedside table, and a piece of fabric that matched the cloth used to wrap the remains. These objects, each more incriminating than the last, painted a dark picture of Mark's intentions and actions. Investigators meticulously connected fibers from the riverbank fabric with items in Mark's home. Soil samples from his shoes matched the riverbank location precisely. Piece by piece, the evidence fell into place, painting a haunting story of obsession, betrayal, and revenge. Mark had carefully planned the act, but in his confidence had left traces of his presence. A grave mistake. In the interrogation room, Mark remained silent at first, refusing to acknowledge any wrongdoing. But as detectives laid out the evidence, his demeanor shifted. He seemed to realize the depth of his mistakes, the inevitability of his capture. After hours of pressing, Mark began to break down, confessing the details of his last night with Emily. Driven by feelings of rejection and control, he recounted the haunting events leading to that horrific moment at the river. With Mark's confession, the case moved to trial. Emily's family, friends, and community watched as the story unfolded in court, each revelation more disturbing than the last. The court's verdict, life in prison without the possibility of parole, finally offered a measure of closure. But for those who loved Emily, the scars remained deep. This tragic case sheds light on the importance of being cautious with new relationships, especially those formed online. For viewers, it's a call to stay vigilant, to trust instincts, and to never ignore feelings of discomfort or danger. Authorities stress that seeking help early, confiding in trusted friends, and documenting any troubling interactions are vital steps in ensuring safety. Today's case, while heartbreaking, serves as a reminder of the importance of caution and community vigilance. Thank you for joining us in exploring this tragic and complex case. Remember, we share these stories not just for awareness, but as lessons in safety and justice. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into real-life mysteries. And don't forget to like and share this video. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to light. Stay safe, be vigilant, and look out for one another.